Hi, this is Joe with another review. So in this review, we're going to discuss the 2016, excuse me, the 2016 film Star Trek Beyond, starring Chris Pine, Zachary Quinto, and Zoe Saldana, Simon Pegg, John Cho. Of course, what I should mention is this is really the last Star Trek film, because I heard rumors that there's not going to be another one because Chris Pine pulled out. And I don't think Chris Pine is interested in doing another one. But so as of right now, at the time doing this video, it looks like there's going to be a fourth one in the Star Trek reboots. This is the third one with the Star Trek reboots, and this is really the original story. This was co-written by Simon Pegg, who played Scotty in the reboots. And I tell you, the plot is this. The problem I have with the J.J. Abrams films is he focuses on the action. It's great with the action stuff, but he forgets the plot. It's like all action, no plot. In the Star Trek reboots, it's not like the original Star Trek films, even the Next Generation films, they had a lot of action, but at least there's a plot to it. At least a plot to those movies. It's not that's a brainless action film. Even though Simon Pegg co-wrote the story, it wasn't. The story wasn't that great, but at least I'm sure they should have padded out the plot and not so much of the action. That's me. I'm also go with the old Star Trek films with the original cast, and those movies have a plot. And then I focus heavily on the action until they build up to the action scenes. That's when it hits you over the head with the action from the opening sequence to the end of the film. Star Trek Beyond, and the plot of it is that the Enterprise, they've been out in space for about 3 years at this point on their 5-year mission, and it looks like the Kirk is getting bored being out there. Thought it was going to be more challenging. More challenging missions for himself and for the Enterprise crew, and it looks like he's getting bored with this whole 5-year mission there. And they get sent to this brand new space station, and they checked it out. And while they were there, they had this alien ship that comes through this nebula. And he says, "Look, I'm being attacked. Can you please help?" So they asked the Enterprise to follow this girl into the nebula to the other side, and to help her because there was this guy named Kroll who had been attacked. Who attacked her ship, and to ask to help get this guy. So the Enterprise says, "Okay, let's go," and the Enterprise gets destroyed. Spoiler for those of you who have not seen this movie. The Enterprise gets destroyed. But this guy who had this whole high-tech thing, like a swarm of bees attack the Enterprise, the space bees, really, attacks the Enterprise, pretty much destroys it, and what's left of the Enterprise crew lands on this planet where Kroll was, and Scotty gets help by a girl who was also attacked, whose ship was also attacked by the same guy. And she wanted to get revenge because this guy killed her father. And so the guy says, "Okay, we'll help you. I'm an engineer." And it finds out that the ship that this other girl was staying in happened to be a 150-year-old former Federation ship that was lost. So they were able to reboot this old Federation ship. It wasn't the Enterprise. It was something else. It was called something else. They fixed it up. I forgot the name of it. But they fixed it up, and they were able to somehow make it work. And actually they found the rest of the crew, and they found that Captain Kirk. He was with Chekhov, and he found the girl that asked the Federation for help, figured out that the girl stabbed him in the back, and because she was asked by Kroll to trick the Enterprise to get there. And so why is this guy so interested in us for? And they find out, big surprise, that Kroll was used to be one of the first and the first Federation captains who was sent out in space, and he got trapped there, and he was transformed, not only physically but mentally, to transform, and he was sucking out. He found out this technology who sucked the life of people. And it was like a crazy plot. But I found out that this guy was a former Starfleet captain, and the ship that this other girl, this guy found, that was his ship that crashed. So, I know it sounds like a crazy plot, but like I said, the plots of these reboots weren't exactly the best. The J.J. Abrams movies were not exactly the best. And so what happened was, So what happened was they happened to beat Kroll, and Kroll wanted to destroy the new space station, and the Enterprise were just there. So they destroyed they helped the Enterprise crew, the crew that was left, helped destroy or stop Kroll's plan, and then of course Kirk kills Kroll, and big spoiler. So what happened? That Kirk was also offered a job as a vice admiral for this station, because he saved the station, saved all the people that was in there, civilians who was visiting there, and plus all the Starfleet people that were there as well. And he says, "No, I prefer to be out after all this adventure here. I want to continue my 5-year mission deal." And of course, while all this was going on, Spock, played by Zachary Quinto, he found out that the real Mr. Spock, Leonard Nimoy, had died, which was true. He had passed away before they did the third one, or just before they filmed the third film. Then Leonard Nimoy had passed away, and so it was kind of a nod. I mean, that's why I feel that this was going to be the last Star Trek film. They didn't have a nod to the original crew because they shipped Zachary Quinto Spock some of the old Spock's personal items, and you're having to find an old picture or original picture of the original Star Trek cast. For one of the movies. I think maybe the fifth one and the sixth one of the movies. And because it was in the movie uniforms, and in a picture of Leonard Nimoy saying when he was born, or the store dates when he was born and when he passed away, and so it's kind of a nod, a little tribute to Leonard Nimoy, who of course was the Spock for Star Trek fans. And Zachary Quinto was playing the role, but he's no Leonard Nimoy. I'm sorry, he's not Leonard Nimoy. But the movie was alright. It gave a nice send off to the series, I think. But of course, there's one controversial moment which I should touch on. Of course, which I skipped over. There's one scene when the Enterprise does get to the space station, and some of the Enterprise crew met the families, and one of them was, of course, Mr. Sulu, played by John Cho. And of course, anybody who knows the controversy of Mr. Sulu was George Takei, who originally played Sulu in the Star Trek and the original television series, and of course the first 6 films. He is a homosexual in real life, I have to say. George Takei is. He's a homosexual in real life, but not on a television show or in the movies. He was never a homosexual in the movies or in the show. However, in this movie, because George Takei was gay in real life, they decided to make Sulu in the reboot in Star Trek Beyond to a homosexual. And George Takei was ripping mad over that fact. Because there's a scene where he meets his daughter, and he meets his lover, and he has his arm wrapped around his lover and stuff in the film. They were walking away from the camera, and it was really ripping man over that. So I should mention the fact there's a real big controversy with this film. But as the film, and that was like a real quick scene, but they should not let the character be a homosexual, despite the fact that George Takei is gay in real life. He usually played the part. They figured, let's have Sulu be gay in the movie as well. That was a real stupid bonehead move by J.J. Abrams and the writers of this film. Really, they should not have done that. Shouldn't have done it. But they did it, and George Takei was ripping man over it. But as a film, it's not a bad film. It's entertaining for what it is, but if you want to see good Star Trek movies, watch the first 6 films with the original cast. Those were good Star Trek films. And the rest, you could just and maybe the first Star Trek reboot film in 2009. Those were the good movies, in my opinion. That's those 7 out of the 11 or 12 out of the 12 movies. Those 7 were good or watchable. So that's my review of Star Trek Beyond. Please click on the video. Please rate it. Please subscribe to my channel. Please forward this video to your Facebook pages. You can check out all my reviews and on my YouTube channel at rallyc.com. So WDY. That's C.com. That's the homepage of Rally Reviewer. Christy Moore, and check out all of his videos on his website. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.